Hi everyone! Hindi, the restaurant is already open and I just wanted to still go on live because I don't wait for perfect timing. Yes, phone calls will come, walk-in will come at the restaurant, orders will take, and no, you know, coming here in the morning, I'm already grateful. We- It's changed me a lot. Every year, I know maturity is always there, but as you grow older, as you grow older, you go wiser. And the more things that you become grateful for. You wake up in the morning very healthy. You wake up in a warm bed, especially here. Okay, to those who doesn't know me, my name is Melissa. I'm a parent of two, and I am the face behind this Ron and Melissa Digital Entrepreneurship page, wherein I help busy mom to build another extra income stream aside from what they are currently doing without compromising family time and then without the interrupting of what you are currently doing. Just like what I am doing right now, we have the full service restaurant, and yet I can still run the online business because we have the automation. Okay. Speaking of grateful, when you wake up in the morning, seeing your family healthy, that you have a house to live in, you have a vehicle to go around. Very thankful for that because I could still do the things that I'd like to do. And then traveling from home, yes, like I said, digital business is just a side hustle for me. And the traditional business, the full service restaurant, is what we currently focus on. So every time that we travel from home to here to work, tapos we park our vehicle outside. No, it's I still couldn't believe na this building is already ours. Me and Ron been here in Canada for, let's say, I think 16 years. And when we first came here, we only have two luggage, his luggage and my luggage. And considering now for many years that we built savings education for my kids, kahit papaano nakakatulong naman sa Pilipinas. And to think na we stayed in a company, especially me, I stayed in just one company kasi nga nakatali ako because I am a foreign worker and I am exclusively working with one company. I'm not supposed to work to somebody else because I am holding a close work permit. Close work permit, it means I have to work only for one employer. And this one employer, although career-wise, it levels me up because I started at the front desk, and then when our papers been processed to become a permanent residence, that is when I only allowed to work to the from other departments to the other departments. And imagine, for all those years, I work as a minimum wager. Minimum wager. I started, I think, 2009 when I started at this employer. I am only receiving $11.30. And my general manager noticed my performance and he worked out to the head office to give me an increase of 25 cents. And 25 cents, my general manager even pushed that for me to get it. 25 cents per hour increase. Looking back, me and Ron would say, paano tayo nakasurvive as a minimum wager? How did we survive? And then I worked in that company for like 10 years. Although I grow, like I said, from front desk. I work at the banquet. I work at the housekeeper. I work for every other department. And we stayed there for 10 years. But Ron, after getting his permanent residency, he applied for other company while I stayed at the same employer since the beginning. We were thinking na if we took a risk pala to build a business like right now that we have the restaurant, we were thinking why we never took a risk. Why we did what we only did is save money, save. I cannot blame myself that moment because at that moment we thought that is the right thing to do. You know, coming from a place wherein we don't have family, we don't have friends. When we moved to Canada, it's just me and Ron. And like I said, we even started with a broken rice cooker. You know, I'm from the Philippines. We love rice. So the rice cooker that we use is just like a tiny one. Tapos broken pa yung handle. It was given to us because they know we are a Filipino. We love rice. So rice cooker, I think they know it's a necessity for us. Looking back, parang not naman nakakaiyak or nakakaawa, but what we only have at that time is our faith and grit, meaning tibay ng loob. Yun lang ang kailangan namin because we know that if we build a family here in Canada, we just have to build like our work ethic. We know Ron and I work so hard. So we know that hindi kami not naman hindi magpe-fail. It's a different challenge, but we have to stay consistent. Hard work lang ang bit namin. So it's a scary part, but then we were thinking, bakit mga Ron, we never decided to put up our own business. Sana noon pa natin sinimulan. I wish we have built more way back then. But then we were thinking, paano ba kami magbi-build? How are we going to build our own company when we don't have a backup, not backup plan, but it's only me and Ron, like I said. If we fail or if we have like an emergency or a situation that we need, especially financial, we have no one to run to. It's just me and him. We don't have friends, we don't have family that we could say, pautang naman, or we could can we lend money because we are on an emergency situation. No, that is the reason why we never risk getting another business from the beginning because we are too scared. We are too scared because we are not financially stable enough to back up ourselves if we fail down. This is the reason why I know a lot of people who have a vision to build their own company, but they are scared to do it because maybe they are the same like us. Now, we don't have any, I don't want to like, if we fail and then what? Will ask help from the Philippines, either from his parents or from my parents. No, we are the one who's building our lives. So we have to be independent and stand by our own. That is the reason that we never took any risk at all. Imagine the money that we save, it is not growing because we are just saving it. We are too scared to risk that money to invest in a capital wherein it will grow. The like I said, at that moment, that is the thing that we know that is the right thing to do. But once you learn how to risk, it like entrepreneurship is not for the weak heart because you were thinking the money is tight. How are you going to get your savings? And then you have kids depending on you. Tapos you will fail. It is a scary part. And this time, we are not getting any younger. Iba yung kalakasan natin noon when we were young and iba yung strength natin now that we are getting older. Life, live to what matters most. That, you know, when you are maturing, I guess, or when life throw you experiences, dun mo lang ma-realize kung ano talaga yung what matters to you. Of course, it's hard to find, to balance everything. Work and family, it's always hard. It's not easy. But what I'm telling you, keep your faith and start from the scratch, I guess, and what you have right now. Like I said, we are building for more. We wanted to have a setback. We Faith lang talaga, faith. Teka may phone ako, magpapaalam ako ulit. Wait, I'll just answer the phone. Okay, like I said, it depends on what you are situation right now, on how you are going to handle or find the things that you love. It would take time. It would take a learning process. I know everybody is responsible for everybody. It would be nicer if you are not depending on anyone. Do not listen to what others is going to think you, because even the perfect man has been judged by the people like us na doing something wrong. So people have different opinions. So you will hear some people who will truly support you, people who only wanted to know what you are doing, but you have to keep going. And yeah, yun lang. So if you are looking for something na um that will fund what you are passionate about, I'm not giving you to drop what you are currently doing, but instead do not settle for just one opportunity. Be brave, have faith. Like I always said, do not be afraid is mentioned many times sa Bible. So, yeah, yun lang. Keep the faith. God bless us, everyone.